Hey, what's up, everybody? This is a real good one. I got a good one for you. It says massive 20-ton chunk from China's failed rocket that fell to Earth Monday missed hitting New York City by minutes. Got 1,000 ads on here, and all I want to do is read. You know, uh, they keep coming. These ads, they're all over the place. China's um, China launched a rocket into the orbit this month, but it malfunctioned in a week. Alright? They sent the rocket up, but it malfunctioned in a week. A 20-ton piece fell back to Earth and missed hitting New York City by minutes. If I re-entered um, if I re-entered the atmosphere 15 minutes earlier, it would have hit the Big Apple. The rocket, Chinese rocket carrying an experimental craft into orbit, launched on May 5th. So they're trying to start a war. This wasn't. They probably meant to hit the Big Apple, and somebody's trying to start a war. All right, and more than likely, the pieces that were on the rocket, that 20-ton piece, because it probably was infected with more coronavirus. All right. Can you imagine if this freaking 20-ton piece of crap hit Donald Trump's hotel? He would have puked. You talk about tweets, he probably would have had like maybe 400 tweets that day. You'd be like knocking on his door, yo, Trump, you gotta go to this press conference. He would like, hold up, I'm tweeting. I gotta vent before I get on this thing. I mean, can you imagine if it just hit like the Big Apple, Times Square? 20 tons? Really? From China? You heard how Trump was saying it? China? Freaking Wei Jiachang from China? I mean, and now here it is. They're launching 20-ton rocks in the direction of New York City. How is this even possible, man? But see, God didn't allow those plans to happen. These people trying to bring us into crazy wars, God didn't allow it to happen. Let's keep it real. God did not allow that to happen. Um, a massive chunk of China's failed rocket fell on Earth Monday, but a few minutes sooner, and it would have crashed right into New York City. I read that 5 times. This is what I mean when I talk about sensationalism. Everything is being sensationalized. Knock it off. I can't go into your website without getting bombarded with 30,000 freaking different advertisements. And then on top of it, you're going to keep talking about the same thing over and over again. Reporters say that the debris would have rained down on the Big Apple if the Long March 5B rocket would re-enter the atmosphere just 15 minutes early. The Chinese rocket carrying an experimental craft into orbit launched on May 5th and malfunctioned. Right? It malfunctioned. Yeah, more than likely Russia made the Chinese rocket malfunction and tried to make the malfunction go right into New York City. The guy, what he did was he went to the bathroom. And when he came back from the bathroom, he realized that he was off by 15 minutes. So fortunately, that guy had to run to the bathroom. God probably made him run to the bathroom. And then he couldn't make the Chinese rocket malfunction and contaminate New York City with the coronavirus forever. I mean, this is remarkable. All because the guy had taken a dump. Saved thousands, if not millions, of lives. Alright, I'm going to read on. After just a week in space, which led to the uncontrolled descent, the 20-ton core stage of the rocket came barreling down into the Earth's atmosphere around 11 a.m. Eastern Time, making thousands of miles. It's going thousands of miles. Although, although uh, most of the debris was scorched during the re-entry, a bus-sized piece splashed into the Atlantic Ocean of the coast of West Africa. Oh, so now you're waiting. Now here's the truth. See, here's where the truth lies in that. They're actually aiming for Africa. All right, that's jacked up. West Africa, of all places. All right, to the independence. You know what's funny? I mean, like, I'm just saying, how you gonna go from New York to Africa in like 2 sentences? You know, think about that. What's the distance between? Don't it take like a lot of hours to get from New York to Africa? They just did it in seconds. It's crazy, right? Oh yeah. Massive. I'm not gonna say it again. I'm not gonna read the same sentence again. It's underneath the picture. You can see it. I'm not gonna read it again. The same sentence. This is what I mean. You gotta open up your eyes, people. They just try to sensationalize everything. Alright? It says, but this is some funny news though. So now the water's probably infected. They said this was an experimental, more than likely top secret freaking satellite that just kadooshed into the freaking water near West Africa. You know, Africa probably don't have the technology to go check this freaking chunk out, but it's probably over there polluting the water with the coronavirus as we speak. Alright? Because China's mad at everybody. You know why they're mad at everybody? Because they want to take over the world. Starting with Africa. They blame all the Africans for all their problems. They try to take every freaking land that the Africans have. They turn the Africans onto each other. And the United States just stands there and go, oh, look at you. And that's it. Where's the foreign policy? Where's the opinions at? I know we've been in foreign policy for a long time. Obama ruined it, but it still doesn't necessarily mean that you can't talk to neighbors, or at least talk about your neighbors. Besides saying to all of these daggone crazy ass dictators, oh yeah, he's a great guy, I love him. Oh, I want to kiss him, I want to shine his shoes, and I want to walk his dog. Knock it off, you know? Appeasing to ugly dictators. We don't like dictators. Do you like? I don't like I don't like dictators, and I don't like a tyrannical government either. I don't like people that want to just come on your property, take your kids, and take your land. Don't think it can't happen to you. They did it to the Bundys over there. Don't think it can't happen to you. There's people out there that'll kill. I'm talking to white folk. There's people out there that they do some nasty stuff, man. They don't care what color you are. Evil don't have colors, believe it or not. Evil does not have colors, alright? Because evil is evil. Evil don't give a shit. Sorry to say it like that, but evil is evil. It just don't care. Alright? So, again, they said the same thing again. A large chunk landed of the coast of Africa, West Africa. So, Africa was the target, not New York. It's obvious. Alright? And it says a smaller piece fell in the Cote d'Ivoire No injuries were reported. Jonathan McDowell, an astronomer of the Smithsonian Center of Astrophysics, told The Independent that even in space there's a thin bit of atmosphere left. What the heck is that supposed to mean? Objects in low orbit travel 18,000 miles, so even a tiny bit of air makes a huge hit. Look at this. Look at this. Who do you see in this picture? You see, this is what I'm talking about. I read these articles. It says here, report of a 12 m long object crashing into the village of Mahua in Cote d'Ivoire is directly on the series of whatever re-entry track, okay? Downrange from the space track re-entry location. I'm gonna get mad. I'm gonna get mad. Possible that the part of the stage could have sliced through the atmosphere that far. Right? So you see all my brothers out there near some kind of, hose probably connecting water, and then you see this freaking thing in the sky. That's something from space, man. A large chunk. No. My bad. My bad. This thing right here. Hold on. I'm gonna say it real quick, and I'm gonna point this. Said that landed on the coast of West Africa. Pieces, man. It fell. And I was looking at a street light. My bad. Look at that. That could have killed anybody. It's only by the grace of God no one got hurt. I hope there was gold in it, you know? And everybody just took the gold and got mad rich. This article kills me. Because first they say, oh, China and New York. And then when you dig deeper into the article, freaking Africa was the freaking target, man. They even got chunks over there. But when you first read the article, you would swear it's New York. They're trying to kill my brothers and sisters over here in Africa. China is trying to show their muscle to the I believe that China is trying to show their muscle to the African community over there in Africa. And they're showing them that, hey, we can make things explode over your land, and we can try to crush your people if we want to. To all my people in Africa, I would say protect yourself with the Holy Spirit and with Christ. I mean, I know that He's real, and just hang in there because these people are gonna get what they um, what they deserve. So I'm not really going to read any more in this article. It talks about this rocket. Um, Unfortunately, these articles I'm learning that I'm not really enjoying reading a lot of them because they bury the truth. It's like a library. They just bury the truth. The truth is that this big item did not affect New York City, nor was it even close to New York City. It almost hit Africa. And in some cases affected them, and they found out what landed and practically killed someone. Someone could have been in the ocean or anything. This is China. China is at war with Africa. Alright? They ain't at war with New York. China is trying to shoot. China has shot something in the air and it landed in Africa. And that is fact. Peace.